Serrated tussock is one of our worst perennial grass weeds. It occupies over 1 million hectares across southeastern Australia. The reason it's such a problem is it's highly invasive and it's unpalatable to livestock, so it causes large production losses. Native of South America, where it's a Dutch native species, and it's part of a number of other unpalatable species, so there's a suite of grasses that are closely related, and some of the others that we might find in Australia are things like Mexican feathergrass. Today I'm going to be talking about the whole farm management of serrated tussock. So particularly I'm going to focus on the conditions serrated tussock requires to invade. Then I'm going to talk about the direct and indirect control methods. So direct control methods might be things like spot spraying or boom spraying. Indirect methods might be things like reducing stocking rate to allow pastures to be more competitive to reduce invasion rates. Action is the most important thing, because doing nothing, the problem just gets worse year after year. So it is really diligence in control and is a really big factor. And then the appropriate method depends on sort of the pastures that you have and the densities that you have, that sort of thing. But always focus on spot spraying isolated plants when you see them. If the density is too high, then you have to move to sort of broad scale application and trying to maintain perennial competitive pastures to prevent invasion or reduce invasion. If you've got low levels, don't drive past the plant. It's control it when you see it. Because if you put it off, then the next time, you might not find it when you go back there, but also if you don't control that plant, then next year there's more and more. So that's a simple thing that can be done, so take action when you see it. And the other thing is, that's coming out is managing your pasture composition is really important and one of the big factors. So if you've got a competitive perennial pasture, that will be much more resistant to invasion than a degraded pasture that's more annual dominant. When you're looking at it, as the density of serrated tussock builds up, then the economics of control become really hard to deal with. So it's prevention and preventing the problem from getting worse must be a real focus, and that's why today we'll really present that sort of information to shows how the economic impact can really escalate and get out of control. If you've got a serrated tussock problem, then your first port of call is either your local weeds inspector or your LLS staff to get some information about what to do next, because the best strategy might vary depending on where you are and how much tussock you've got.